This is quick. This is a quickie. I'm actually going around the curve right now, on the highway, stuff like that. But man, I'm gonna do a video. Shout out to Kay. Kay had a video regarding people with these 9 to 5s. People talking about how they don't like their 9 to 5s. People don't like gig at work. Kay put down some good points. I'm going to share the link to the video in this description and in the description of the video that I'm going to go live a little later when it gets a little earlier. Shout out to the people, but I just came off of Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Finna go over here and get some of this Frugal Mama workout plan, and I might be up next. I might be getting on a little later at 8 o'clock or so, but the thing is, I'm going to go live talking about just basically how people are complaining about their 9 to 5s. Go be an entrepreneur. But this is the thing, but being an entrepreneur, you're going to do a lot of work. Queena's in the building. What's going on, Queena? I'm going to be a little later, but just, jumping on real quick. Just, giving a little spiel. So, if you wanted to be an entrepreneur, you're going to do more work. If you want to have a 9 to 5, your responsibility is only going to be limited to whatever your work task is. Because honestly, having an understanding, me running my business, it got hectic. Like, I'm literally running a business. I'm the secretary. I'm the, payroll concierge. I'm the labor. I'm the driver. You're wearing all hats. So, even in the gig app, he had that conversation about people not liking the gig app. The gig apps are for people that want to work. If you don't want to work, don't do the gig app. I don't know what to tell you. You got people that, the newer generation, some of them are lazy, some of them want to start a podcast and think they're going to be this Joe Budden and $1 million worth of game in a podcast game. It don't work like that. You got to start small. You got, in the words of the guy, you got to think big. You got to think big. You can think big all you want to, but that don't mean you're going to get big. So, having the mindset, son, Claude, what's going on, man? What's going on with you? Hey, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I'm about to hit you up on the back end. I'll let you later. Well, I got to say pause on that because no diddy. I'm just playing. But the point of it is, man, there are a lot of people out here that don't like to work. Then don't work. Don't make no money. Because I've seen so many young homeless people. And me and my wife was having a conversation. We seen this girl. She might have been older, but she looked every bit of just 18 or 19 years old. And I'm like, man, no sweat to me. My wife like, oh, that's so sad. She looks so young. And I don't understand why she's homeless and this and that. I said, for one, she probably don't want to work. For two, she probably don't want to listen. There's a lot of people that don't like to listen. And there's places for you when you don't like to listen. My grandma used to name only 2 places, the grave and jail. But there's the streets. If you want to act wild and be for the streets are, they welcome. The streets are open with open arms for anybody who wants to be wilding in the streets, who wants to, don't want to work. The streets is welcoming you. They got this guy down here in Atlanta that does interviews called Atlanta Street Interview. Y'all can look him up. Atlanta Street Interview, he interviews all the homeless people just about, or people, that's suffering or have some issues going on. He's interviewing them. My flash is on. But when it comes down to it, like, he interviews people and, have to talk. But like I say, this, part 1. I'm coming back this afternoon and everything and talk about it. Well, not this afternoon, but might do one this afternoon, but later on, probably about like 8 o'clock, come back and have a talk But at the same time, like I said, I'm just giving some pointers, man. People who don't like the gig work, it's not for you. It's for the people that want to work. You know, people say, well, I don't like driving. They have secretary jobs. They have other jobs you can do other than driving and gig apps. Gig apps are not only limited to driving. You know, they have surveys. You know, a lot of people do remote jobs. You can do a remote job. You don't have to just drive. But the point of it is, a lot of people don't want to work. I don't understand this generation. You know, shout out to Kay when he was talking about when he wanted to buy his house, and he did DoorDash and Lyft and Uber to pay off his credit card debt. Like, what a great way to enhance your life by just using the gig app every day you get off of work to make more money. You know, that's one thing he said. I had 2 jobs before I got married. When I got married, I had 2 jobs. Sometimes try to have 3 jobs, you know, the side hustles. But the point of it was that I've always said I'm going to always try to keep as many jobs as I possibly can until I get older. And the reason being is I got a plan for something in my life. I got a lot of things I want to accomplish and handle. And a regular 9 to 5 is not going to cut it. If not making large, substantial amount of money, it's not going to cut it. So I would literally have to make a lot of money or a decent amount to take care of things. And a lot of people are not understanding that. You know, this newer even some of the older generation, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. My cousin, he said it best, that he'll never work for a man, he'll work for himself. But when it came down to it, he humbled himself, got a job, and then turned around, quit it. Because he needed a little money. His business wasn't doing as fast. And, you know, the craziness about that, too, I'm going to jump off after this. A lot of people are dream chasers, and a lot of people are dream killers. Don't you know you have people that if you're doing okay in your business, they'll tell you, man, it's not going to take off. Quit, man. Go back to a regular 9 to 5. Nah, man. Chase your dream. A lot of people quit too early. You know, it's hard, honestly speaking. Doing your own business is hard because you're the CEO of everything. You're doing everything in that business. You work way more hours for the first couple of years doing business. Same thing with this promotion with these clothes and stuff. Man, I can't tell you how many messed up orders we got because folks don't want to listen to me. Like, you know, I was in the fashion when I was young and telling them, man, you got to research. You got to give a lot of stuff out for free. That's marketing. That's advertisement. When you giving free clothes away, you get people involved because the more people see your clothes, the more people going to want to know what it's about. You got to have a social media presence nowadays. Back in the day, it was always billboards. It was all. Now social media is the hottest thing. I know a friend, he still sending emails. And I'm like, dude, social media trending. You know, you can send emails for promotions, you know, get numbers for promotions, for texts and mass texts. But other than that, dude, nobody's really checking their emails like that unless they're in corporate, in business, or they handle business from an email. A lot of these kids are on social media. So you're losing 60 to 70% of your clientele on social media because you want to do emails. You know, the old way, it works, but it's not, as they say, popping right now. But we're going to speak on that a little more later. Shout out to everybody. I should be back around by 8 o'clock. Frugal Mama's live. Shout out to Frugal Mama. Get over there, get your workout on. Once again, we here, we gone.